Okay, here's the follow-up of that video I made. Which it's both really strange when the videos sort of like trigger me, and then like what else would I expect? Of course the videos are gonna trigger me. I'm putting this information about myself out into the whole world. Yeah. Except I've been doing this for, I don't know, over a decade, so I'm kind of used to it. Who is out here? Perry's definitely out here. Pansy. Pansy is out, and this far. She's not supposed to come this far. And who's that? Must be Poppy. At least 3 of the cats. They've been aware that something's going on because generally they have like, there's Perry, and that is Poppy, and that is Pansy. Anyway, they sort of have their own places where they want to be, especially Perry. Actually, Perry stays away. He tries to be in a room by himself. If he's not in a room by himself, he's behind a door of some sort or another. I found him stuck in my closet today, and I heard banging on the shower door, and I'm, okay, yeah, ghosts in the neighborhood. There's not ghosts in my house. I'm sure that was Perry, that he was either trying to get in or get out of the shower. Because he loves that crap. If I put down, their cat carriers, he like goes right into it because he loves that sort of stuff. I am sure it is due to his injury, and that even though it doesn't hurt him, he is aware that he, isn't sort of on equal ground as another cat that he'd get near. So it's easier for him to stay. Why am I talking about this? I bet every single time I bring up the cats, you're like, shut up and get to the point. The point is, okay, here's what's going on. The clock keeps ticking. I feel like the money situation is never going to be enough. I mean, that's kind of a given with this sort of situation, though. And it's also completely bogus because next month I'll have at least $3,000 in addition to my job. So that's a good chunk of change. I do that a lot. I read something, I think today, I don't know, that money is not, how was it? I don't remember what it wasn't. But basically it's a symbol of your value to other people. Which again, it's classic. It is not in the current DSM, but it was in the previous DSM. That quote unquote underemployment. I think the problem it was pulled was because what the heck does that mean? But underemployment used to be a diagnostic criteria for avoidant personality disorder. I definitely have that. Am doing that. But I usually don't give a crap about money at all. Although I think I talk about it a lot. So having it hanging over my head. I mean, the last time this happened was when all of a sudden, boom, I had to pay for my parents' funeral. because my father died very unexpectedly and very suddenly. And he had, an estate that would cover the cost. But then the bank decided to screw us over and hold on to that money forever. So it was like, okay, I will get paid back, but in the meantime, I need to buy everything and I need to do it right now. And it freaked me out. It was like, that was the last time I had to have like a major amount, relatively speaking, a few $1,000s. It's not a major amount. It's like reality check here. Same with this. It's not really that much money. But the idea, that's what I'm focusing on. Like, oh my God, I won't have enough money to do this, because I don't want to focus on the reality, which is one of the cats is gone. Oh, there he is. So, Poppy's over there. Perry's down there. I don't see Pansy, and that's good. Hopefully she's turned back. She's not supposed to be up here. Anyway, that's like an easy thing to focus on and to dwell upon, because, math works in one way. You add it up, you subtract it, that's it. It's not like a magical poof, somebody's opinion or whatever. This is the problem. I have no idea what I'm going to run across when I try to look for an apartment, and I'm going to have to find one and move within a month. Holy God. And I'm moving. And a lot of this actually has been very cathartic, to sort of get rid of the stuff that is kind of like my worst memories of my parents and some of my son's behaviors. It's going to be gone. I'm not going to have to look at it or think about it or ever come across it again, because I'm getting rid of a lot of crap. I assume I'm downsizing a lot. So I assume I'm going to start living in a little studio somewhere. I might not. Who knows? You never know. I assume I'm going to have like one room somewhere. And you know what? That's actually totally fine by me. Because I'm out and about and doing all kind of crap. But it is very stressful having this thing hanging over my head, and I can't do anything about it. Oy. So I focus on dumb things like, let me check my checking account. Yep, it's exactly the amount of money I thought was going to be there. Because I know what was in there, I know what I've added, and I know what I've subtracted. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought. It didn't like magically, implode or bloom overnight, and I didn't win the lottery, and nobody's hacked me yet and stolen all my money. It's so stupid to be obsessed with something so dumb. Yes? Can you see him? See his feet? I thought it would take it worse that I put the video up, because I'm telling people my personal business in a big way. I feel wrongly because of things like street signs, that I'm anonymous and can't be tracked. But that's not true. um, you guys want to go back already? You want me to just stop, or do you want to go back? I mean, you're still moving, Pop. You hear him making a fuss? Here comes Perry. What do you want to do, Poppy? Come or go? He wants to stop. I don't know. I kind of feel like making the videos is another form of distraction, which is actually good. Because what happens is, come on guys, let's go back. No ghost hunting tonight. If you have enough petty distractions that you're not actually obsessed with, then you don't get crazy obsessed with the things that you can't change and focus on. I mean, like, I could get rid of this entire channel, for example, if it really stressed me out really bad. I have no control whatsoever over the moving thing. I'm stressed at my job because of internal politics with people. It's so annoying. We'll get like a group of people that are like okay, and then they get new people in there, so freaking annoying. And that's what's happening now. There's I don't know, it's politicking. It's stupid. And it's alright because the person who matters, who, my boss, who's doing the schedule and wants me to continue to work. So other people that don't want me to work, and it is clearly a matter of, what do they call it? Like scarcity assumptions, or zero-sum assumptions. They think that there's a certain amount of work and I'm there, so therefore there's less for them, and therefore they'll make less money. Temporarily that's true, but the way our company works, let me tell you, it expands to all available space. I was having a really drastic dip in what I was earning, and already it's bouncing back, which is a good thing. It's already, filling in all available space, and people who would not have basically hung around to wait to get their work from us are like, cool, I don't have to wait as long. I will hang out and work with you. Barry. Oh, he's sitting down too. I guess he needs a break. And Poppy. And Pansy's not around, and I haven't seen Percy either. I mean, I've seen him today, but I haven't seen him out. That doesn't mean he's not, like, right there, because he's very stealthy. But I also haven't heard him. I haven't heard anything. I think Pansy's down the end of the road, though, because the cats are looking. Alright, Pops. Come on. Perry, we gotta keep going. I don't know. I always try to make this apply to somehow to avoidant personality disorder. I think as stressed as I am and as incompetent as I feel, and how, I keep having these constant sort of negative rumination where I'm like, okay, I need to come up with a plan B. Can I live in my car? the chances of that happening are so tiny. Yeah, that's a possibility, but that's not going to happen. It's more like I might move into some place that I hate and I have to move again in a year, which would suck. Okay? But yeah. That's definitely more realistic. And I'm going to say something that I've never said out loud, but I mean, if push came to shove, I bet that my kid would let me like crash there for a little while at his house. That would not be good. But I bet he would anyway. That's not going to happen either. Like I said, I'm more focused on these extremely outrageous outliers and coming up with plan B of, actually, that's pretty much an outrageous outlier and plan B too. It's not going to happen. Right, Perry? But that's how my brain works, is, and it's in all situations is like come up with the worst case scenario. Can I handle the worst case scenario? Okay. It's catastrophizing, I think is the word. I don't know. Like, I am kind of seriously annoyed with the people who try to label everything. Oh my god. I just heard something. That's probably Percy. Maybe it's a moose. It's not a moose. Anyway, that's another thing that people have been doing lately to me is like, oh, I'm going to like give you 6 different labels of, based on how you're living your life. I'm like, whatever. You know what? How I'm living my life is not necessarily what I would have chosen, what I'm the most comfortable with in my life, anything like that. It probably doesn't reflect my actual personality, because I do make a distinction between the avoidant sort of qualities and what my real actual personality is. And actually I find it very helpful sometimes to go, oh, well, that's an avoidant thought. That's not genuine. That's not me. That's something else. Yeah. So see, I'm losing the thread again. But anyway, so the labels basically drive me bananas that people want to give me and put on me and everything else. It's just more of the same. Including, I can't say the word because I think it's stupid, catastrophizing or catastrophizing, I don't know what the hell it is. Basically, worst case scenarioing. If I can handle the worst, then I can handle any variation that's less than the worst. So I don't have to worry about it so much. If I focus on the absolute worst and I got a handle and a read on that, then I'm gonna be okay. No matter how bad it is, no matter how weird it is. For example, the first videos in this channel were at my last place I used to live. And when I moved, Perry was the only cat that I had that time. He freaked out and disappeared. And I had to move without him. But I didn't turn in my keys, and I came back a week later and hunted him down. He was actually in the ceiling in the basement. He was freaked. He was like, no, this is not happening. There's a part of me going, oh my god, I'm going to do this to these cats. Whatever. I was able to rescue Perry before. If I have to do it again, I will do it again. And I'll do it the same way, which is basically hang out until they show up. Because they do show up. Right, Pear? I don't know. So this video, I think it makes me seem like I'm more freaked out than I am. It's like I don't want to say it's my subconscious, but the like the low level energy that I have is very concerned and freaked out by it, and I'm very tired all the time because I'm spending all this energy worrying about what the heck is going to happen next. You know, this Ireland trip is a serious wrinkle because I keep thinking, well, I'm just going to cancel it. I'm just not going to do it. I don't care. I'll just blow the money because then I'll have another week to get stuff done and earn money. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. But I keep trying to convince myself that I am and I might. And it's like, why am I wasting energy on that? No, unless something really bad happens. Oh, here comes Pansy. Yeah, she was definitely almost home. It's gonna happen. So I shouldn't be wasting money on money. See, I'm absolutely obsessed. I shouldn't be wasting energy. Which is the same thing. Look at these two. They hate each other. Really honest. Watch this. They love each other so bad. They fall asleep with their heads in each other's stomach. It's really disgustingly adorable, but they hate each other. Really honest. Anyway, I should be spending my energy on figuring out what I'm going to do in Ireland. But then I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this. I'm like, oh my gosh, it cost 10 euros to do that. That's money. And I'm like, oh my God, I have a pile of money right now. I haven't gone on a trip since March, and that was effectively free. It was like $200 on that trip. Yes, I actually just today registered my car. It's not like I don't have expenses, but I can do it frugally, and even if I don't do it frugally, it's okay. Because my lease doesn't run out until September, which means this is the deadline because I'm like, they want us out and I want this done. So this is the deadline that I have chosen. Like, yeah, that's it. That's the deadline. But I've actually got 2 more months past. But can you imagine me being under this much stress for another 2 months? I don't want that. Therefore, I want this done now. But it doesn't have to be done. The obsessive part of it, I don't know what that is. That turns up in other personality disorders. But again, the same with adding all these labels and the stupid alphabet soup of, I have 16 different diagnoses. I don't care about all that crap. I know what my primary one is. I know what the effect of it is. I think everything else is secondary or a result of my primary diagnosis, which is causing me to be whacked. And again, the diagnosis of personality disorder are just these extreme traits that are not in the realm of general mental comfort. But they're normal personality traits taken to the extreme. And a personality disorder is just a collection of the traits. Right, Perry? Tell them. It's just, it's a shorthand so that you can say, oh yeah, I have avoidant personality disorder, therefore I really can't let myself get into relationships with people. And it freaks me out. And it's caused by extreme low self-esteem. Does that sound? Why is there a bird singing? Does that sound actually that abnormal and special and outrageous? I take it to extremes, but lots of people feel that way, except it doesn't bother them as much as it bothers me. And if it does bother them, they can figure a way of fixing it. And I can't. But again, this is like normal stuff that everybody goes through. Avoidant personality disorder, when I really want to like slap myself down, it's like you get stuck in the preteen, early teenage angsty years. That's what it is. That's why there's so many people who are like, oh yeah, I got that. The same way there's so many people going, oh yeah, I got depression. Because they have been a little sad every once in a while. They can really understand and relate in a lesser form to what the personality disorder is. Anyway, so yeah, me doing these other things, I don't care about the stupid label, the stupid diagnosis, the stupid whatever you want to slap on me. I resisted forever. I was like, they're like, yeah, complex PTSD. And all I heard was PTSD, and I was like, no. I didn't even bother reading about it. And it's like, I read about it, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? That's like a lazy, in my opinion, diagnosis. Obvious, duh. And again, there isn't anything that having that diagnosis would do that would make me able to function in the world or understand my world any better. All it would do is give me another excuse. Say, oh, I can't do anything because I have this, and I have this, and I have this, so I can't do anything. And I can't try to improve my life. I can't do anything at all because, oh my God, I have this 6 diagnoses. I have these 28 labels that people are going to try and slap on me. This turned into a full-blown rant. Anyway, I'm going to get the cats inside and shut up so you don't have to hear me ranting anymore. Come on, Pop. But that's what I've been going through. Massive self-doubt. Questioning about what's going to happen. Obsessing about what's going to happen. And you see your car coming in the middle of the night? Wow. Nope. Anyway, yeah, that's it.